In the backdrop of the remote working world we're living in, um, I guess my first question would be, how do you think that this post-COVID world has been impacted in terms of connection, community, teams, and that unity that should be on the bottom level of our Maslowian hierarchy of needs?
Well, I mean, obviously it took a step back, though there are, again, I always think of things in terms of balance, right? And cost. So it's not good or bad, it's both, right? And so let's weigh both. Of course, we have freedom of schedule now that we didn't have. We have freedom to live wherever we want, which we didn't have. We have freedom to pick our kids from school or go to the dentist where we used to have to ask permission or take time off. We have that freedom now that we didn't have. We have for people who are introverted, they like that they can get their work done in the privacy of their own home. There are many advantages to remote working. The sharing of ideas is much more difficult. Like a brainstorming, like really, really hard to do in a virtual scenario because it's hyper polite, right? You can't interrupt somebody as easily. Like when you have a real brainstorming, it's messy, it's loud, you step on each other's words, you interrupt each other, you have an idea, like, no, and nobody cares. It's the mess, it's the joy of it, right? In an online scenario, you literally can't hear people if everybody's talking at once. And you're constantly apologizing and so your turn. And you don't have that wonderful energy. And so I think brainstorming's suffered. And then the obvious one, which is for a lot of people, and I think it dramatically affected younger people more. But for all of us, when you're done with work, you go out with your friends for a bite to eat or at the pub, and you bitch about work, and you bitch about your boss. Totally healthy, and you do it with the friends. Whether it's a good job or a bad job, it doesn't matter. You have a place separated from work. That's your friends that you go and get it all out, right? Super healthy, and you feel supported and loved and heard and all that good stuff. That went away completely. And so what ended up happening, and again, if you didn't have a family, if you were living alone, all these things just get more and more exaggerated, right? So what ended up happening was, and again, especially young people, but for a lot of other people too, is we started looking to the people. We spent more time with people now at work on Zoom with them all day and sometimes into the evening. We now started spending more time with these people, and we didn't have somebody to go out with afterwards. And so we started looking to work to be that therapeutic outlet.